Hello YouTube. This is a video response to Fitchyful Thinking regarding his video Loving Government, which asks the question, why would a just government send people to jail? And using that as an analogy for why God would punish people forever in hell. I'm familiar with this analogy. In fact, I used it myself to rationalize the belief in a doctrine which I truly hated and didn't understand for a very long time. And what buttresses this whole thing is the penal substitution theory of atonement and a judicial theory of what sin is. And there are indeed other ways to look at this. I'm going to link to a few videos which have been uploaded by Archbishop Lazar. He's a member of the Orthodox Church in America, and he's an abbot of a monastery. And the Orthodox Church looks at these things a little bit differently. And he may come across as a little strident in some of his videos, but he has very interesting and informative things to say. And the way that they kind of look at the concept of sin is something which causes the person to be in a state of alienation from God rather than offending a certain set of rules. And they believe that what Christ's death accomplished was, rather than satisfying a need for punishment, that he ransomed mankind from the power of sin and of death. And their idea on what hell is not some kind of torture chamber where God is going to punish people forever, but rather not even a state of separation from God, but how the unbeliever experiences the presence of God in an afterlife is going to be like the sensation of pain because of realizing what they had rejected. So that's kind of the way that he looks at things. And, I ended up espousing similar views about 8 months ago. The objections that I have to the penal substitution view of atonement are a little different. One being that it reduces the idea of sin to breaking a list of arbitrary rules, which indeed change over time because mainstream Christian doctrine teaches that you've broken off from Mosaic law. So some things which were considered sin before now are no longer considered sin. This despite the Hebrew Bible saying that God does not change, Numbers 23:19, that the Torah, the law of God, is perfect, Psalm 19:7, and that the Torah should be kept forever, Deuteronomy 29:29. And another thing that I really find irreconcilable about this idea, if you do not feel forced to conform to it because of your particular belief system, is the idea of someone being punished forever. It's disproportional to the degree of offense regardless of what the offense is, and there's also no remedial purpose. It's just God deciding to indulge his spiritual fetish for torture upon people. And I think that the Jews may have recognized this problem because their ideas about the afterlife are a little bit different. You know, they believe that even the unrighteous, while they will go to a place of punishment, which they refer to as Gehenna, which is also mentioned in the New Testament, but that is a different idea, because the people who will be punished in Gehenna will only remain there for a maximum of 12 months. And after that time, they will have been purified and will be allowed to enter Gan Eden, the Jewish concept of paradise. Doesn't that sound more humane than the idea of eternal hell in the Bible? Wouldn't you like that idea to be in the Bible? So I think that the Jews really have a problem with how sadistic Christians paint their God. You know, Yahweh is the God of Israel. And it seems to me that this whole idea of someone needing to be punished after they die resulted as a way for the religious community to cope with the cognitive dissonance that they are experiencing as a result of their idea of retributive justice by God not occurring during the lifetimes of people on earth. The belief that God needed to make things right, you know, even at some indeterminate time in the future, rather than entertaining the possibility that they may be wrong and that there's no sense of divine justice in the world. Anyway, I thought you might be interested in the different perspective offered by Archbishop Lazar, and I hope that I'm able to continue to communicate with you, because you seem to be the rare case of someone identifying as a fundamentalist evangelical on YouTube who doesn't come across as a sociopath. So I'll talk to you later.